One, two, one, two. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, inCruises family. Please let us know if you can hear us, if you can see us. Please send us thumbs up, send us little hearts. And we are so excited to be back with you at our Insider Advantage. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Tatiana. Good morning, inCruises family, and welcome to the special edition of the Insider Advantage.
Last week, 2 weeks ago, we had a very special presentation for you where we talked about MSC, we talked about Carnival, Norwegian Princess, we discussed different destinations such as Caribbean, Mediterranean, Northern Europe, Persian Gulf, Dubai, and I know that you guys loved it. And so today we wanted to continue sharing this insider advantage with everyone. Today we will talk about more cruise lines, more brands, and more destinations. Just giving a few seconds to those of you who are joining us. I see that everybody can hear me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see your thumbs up. Amazing. Just very quickly, if you want to change your language, if you want to switch it to Spanish or Japanese or some other languages, there is an audio bottom on the top left corner where you see audio and video. If you click on that little circle, you can switch because we have our amazing interpreters in the house. Thank you guys so much for keeping us up with us and translating everything that we have to tell you. I'm going to lead the presentation today, and Steve will chime in to give some of his insider knowledge because he's been in the industry way longer than I have, and he will definitely have something extremely interesting and exciting to share with you. So without further ado, we're going to start this incredible Insider Advantage presentation. And those of you who was with us 2 weeks ago should know that today I'm going to start this presentation with a trivia. Those of you who haven't seen the presentation, try to keep up, try to answer all the questions. And if there's something that you don't know, I encourage you to go back to the presentation that we had 2 weeks ago. And you can watch it on our training webinars website and inCruises.com, or you can watch it on our YouTube channel. So if you have missed our previous Insider Advantage, you can watch it on the training webinar website or on our YouTube channel. But now let's check your knowledge.
So, Tati,
yeah.
before you start,
Yes.
are they gonna put answers into the chat box, or
yes.
How's this gonna work? Yep. Okay.
Yes. Steve, are you going to participate?
Sure. Let them give everybody the answers, though.
Listen, I showed this trivia to somebody who has cruised many, many times, and they didn't know all the answers. So let's see if you guys were paying attention. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open every question, and every question will have 3 options, 3 answers. And in the chat box, please write what you think is correct. Okay, you can write A, B, or C, or you can write the full answer. And we will check how many of you really know the cruise line industry. Are you guys ready? Let me see your ready. Okay, Isaac is ready. Perfect. Amazing. Yes, ready. Miguel, Lena, amazing. Okay, let's start.
Let's go.
Let's go. Question number 1. If you want to go to the Greek Isles like Santorini or Rhodes or Mykonos, what itinerary would you choose? A, Western Mediterranean, B, Eastern Mediterranean, or C, Northern Europe? Let me see your answers. A, B, B, B. Okay, let's see. Western Mediterranean, Eastern Mediterranean, or Northern Europe? Okay, I see A and B's, no C's. Everybody knows that you should not go to Northern Europe. Okay, A, B, 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 A, C. Okay, I have one C, B, A, B, B, B. All right, so the correct answer is B, Eastern Mediterranean. So you will be sailing out of Athens, you can be sailing out of Istanbul, maybe out of Venezia, but you will be staying on the eastern side of the Mediterranean. Those of you who chose B, that is the correct answer. Bari, yes, correct, Bari. Good job, you guys. Okay, next question. We need to have some music, right? Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. If you want to go to Mexico, what itinerary would you choose? If you want to go to the Caribbean in Mexico, if you want to go to Cozumel or Costa Maya, what itinerary would you choose? A, Western Caribbean, B, Eastern Caribbean, or C, Southern Caribbean? Let me see. A, C, Western, A, B, B. All right, let me see. C, we have all kinds of answers. Put your answer in the chat box. Put your answer in our small chat box there. A, C, B, C, okay. All right. A, C, A. All right, the correct answer is A, Western Caribbean. If you look on the map of the Caribbean Sea, Mexico will be on the left, meaning it's the western side, Western Caribbean or continental Caribbean, as we call it. So those of you who answered A, that is the correct answer. Boom, 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 boom. Next question. What month is great to cruise in the Persian Gulf? So if you want to go to Dubai, if you want to go to Abu Dhabi, if you want to go to Qatar, Tatiana, you're the best. Thank you, guys. What month is great to cruise to these ports? A, January, B, May, C, July. If you want to go to Dubai, if you want to go to Saudi Arabia, if you want to go to Qatar, what would be a good month? A, January, B, May, C, July. Wow. But this one, you guys are very...
Lots of A's.
Lots of A's. You guys know you guys know your Dubai itinerary very well. December, yes, that's a good month too. I'm reminding you, those of you who have just joined us, we're doing a little trivia. Write your answers in the little chat box. So you guys were absolutely correct. The best time to go to the Persian Gulf is in the winter time. So December, January, February, before it gets too hot, that's the best time to cruise in that area.
Tati, I would also point out that the only time currently in the ships that we're offering through inCruises, the Persian Gulf, the ports you mentioned, it's really kind of late December through early April, and then the ships leave and they go to other destinations in the world.
Correct.
So you have that first quarter, basically, of the calendar year to sail in the Persian Gulf and visit those countries such as Saudi and Qatar, UAE, etc.
Correct. So January is not the only month, but out of these three, it's definitely the best. So if you're searching for this destination, look for January, February, March, or April. Next question. Which cruise line is a part of the largest cruise corporation in the world? Last week, I told you that there's one company that owns the most ships in the world, and one of these three is a part of that corporation. Is it Carnival, A, Norwegian, B, or MSC, C? let's see if you guys know this answer. I was planning to go in May. Yeah, May is not a very good time to go to Dubai. A lot of A's and a lot of C's. Let's see. A, C, A, C, A. You guys are good. So the correct answer here is Carnival. The correct answer is A. Carnival Corporation is the largest cruise corporation in the world. A lot of brands are a part of this corporation, therefore it has the most amount of ships.
Currently 92 ships in the Carnival
92
port.
ships. That will be in the next trivia. Next question. Which cruise line has just released the newest ship, Prima? Was it A, Princess, B, Carnival, or C, Norwegian? Steve would know because he has already been on that ship with Katy Perry and his wife. Both of them. So which cruise line has just released the newest ship? I almost say like the name Prima. A, Princess, B, Carnival, C, Norwegian. A, C, B. Okay, let's see. A lot of C's, a lot of A's. Interesting. B, A. The correct answer here is Norwegian. Norwegian Prima just came out in August. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous ship. Steve was telling us about his experience at the inaugural and naming and christening ceremony. If you just go to YouTube and Google Norwegian Prima, you will see incredible videos of this ship. And if you want to know more about it, go back to our last week's presentation.
And for those of you that may not have the opportunity to sail on Prima in its inaugural season, there will be 5 more ships coming out exactly like Prima. So 6 Prima class ships coming out between now and 2027.
Many opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Which cruise line hosted and is about to start hosting again, actually started last week, the show Love Boat? Which cruise line used to have and now also has the show Love Boat? Is it A, MSC, B, Princess, and C, Norwegian? All right, D, okay, that was not an option. Let's see all the answers. A, MSC, B, Princess, and C, Norwegian. Steve, did you have a chance to watch that show?
I have not seen it yet, no.
Need to watch it. It's a
reality show, I think.
It's a reality show about people finding love on the cruise.
Hence the Love Boat.
Happened to the best of us, so. All right, B, C. Come on, guys, you know it. The correct answer is B, Princess. Princess is now hosting the Love Boat reality show. Those of you who are in the United States or you have access to these programs, you definitely have to watch it. We're going to watch it and maybe be a part of it next season. All right, guys, great job, everybody. I hope you loved this trivia. Once again, if you were not 100% sure about some of the answers, go back to our Insider Advantage from last week. It is on our YouTube channel and at our training materials, and you can get all this information and even more there. So thank you so much for participating. If you answered all the answers correctly, give yourself a big round of applause. Good job, everybody. Steve, you won. You're the winner today. So guys, we are extremely excited because starting Monday, inCruises is going to be integrated directly with our cruise line partners. I know we have all been waiting for this for so long, and we just cannot express how excited we are about this. On Monday, October 17th, our booking engine will open again, and we will go direct with all the cruise lines. Woo! So let me just share with you a few things why this is important for us and what benefits you're going to get because of this. So first of all, it is extremely important for our credibility. inCruises only started 6 years ago, but we are growing so fast and we're leaving our mark in the cruise line industry. So you can tell that massive corporations believe in us and believe in our strategy. And, we're getting in there. We're one of the best online cruise platforms in the world right now. So definitely credibility is one of the most important factors in our integration process. I see everybody's so excited. We also have created very strong relationships with cruise lines. We have to applaud Steve because of that, because he's been in the industry for so long, and he is the one who really helped us to get to that point where we can work directly with all the cruise lines, with Carnival, with MSC, with Norwegian, with Princess. All these massive corporations want to work with inCruises. You will also get better and faster customer support. I know that this is very important for you guys because previously when you had some issues, when you had some questions, we had to go through the third-party provider and then wait for them to get answers for us. So now we will work directly and we will get those solutions for you faster. We will also have the latest access to all the promotions, special deals, special offers. Starting next week, we will have something special for you. So cruise lines will prepare sales and flash deals for you guys. So we will be able to deliver the best prices, the best offers through our platform. Steve, LeBron James #1. Steve, are you reading these comments?
Yeah, very flattering, inCruise family. I do what I can, and it's a proud moment. I think when we're turning on the booking engine on Monday, because the cruise lines really know who we are, that's thanks to everybody around the inCruises family and what we've built, the community we built, the productivity that we're able to generate, the excitement in the industry that we generate. So, this is just the tip of the iceberg for us. But it's a big step in the right direction.
And it's just the beginning. And guys, we will have more representatives from various cruise line industry joining us at these Insider Advantage webinars and sharing their knowledge with you. I will keep it a secret for now, but I will tell you at the end of presentation who we will have in 2 weeks' time right here at this platform. I am sure you will be so excited. So, with all these amazing features of going directly, I want to tell you more about cruise lines that we didn't have a chance to mention last week. So last week we did talk about Norwegian, MSC, Princess, and somebody else. Slipped my mind. But I just want to mention, Carnival. Sorry, how could I forget Carnival? But today I want to tell you about other cruise lines that will eventually appear in our booking engines. Some of them will be available on Monday. Some are still in the integration process, so you will see them in a few days. But Costa will be one of the cruise lines you will see on Monday. Let me see who has been on Costa. Write in your comments, have you been on this cruise line and what did you like about this? Now, Costa Cruise is an Italian cruise line. It was founded in 1854. Can you just imagine what an incredible history this company has? It originally operated like a cargo ship company, transferring oil and textiles And then in 1959, it started transitioning towards cruising, which is way more fun for us. It has been offering holidays for their guests for over 50 years now. And now they have their trips in the Mediterranean, in the Caribbean. Costa is now a part of Carnival Corporation. So even though it is still an Italian company, it is like a big office is located in the United States. Okay, let me see. It's the best. Costa is the best. Costa Fortuna, Costa Esmeralda, amazing.
Tati, in addition to the Mediterranean and the Caribbean, Costa has some of the most inventory available in the UAE in Dubai as well.
I will mention that. Yes, yeah. I remember that. They have really, really great itineraries. So at this moment, Costa has 12 ships, including 2 new ones, Costa Esmeralda and Costa Toscana. Sorry, there is a misspelled Toscana. So Steve, I just want you to share a little bit about your experience on Costa ships, because you love Costa.
I do. I mean, I've had the good fortune to cruise both on Toscana and on Smeralda in the last 3 months, right? So Toscana was back in June in the naming ceremony with Frank and Hutch and Sally. All of us were on there for that ceremony. And then just recently, I came back last weekend from a 7-night cruise on from Rome on the Smeralda. So for those of that have been on one or the other, they're the same. A little bit different decor and some different names of public areas on the ship. But a ship of this magnitude is, I mean, there's something for everyone. You know, there are, you know, for the foodies, there's Archipelago with the 3 different Michelin chefs to choose from. An amazing experience, $55 to participate, or 55 euros to participate in that upgraded, upscale foodie dining experience. And you can add a wine pairing, which I think is really amazing. So these sommeliers, and there is a sommelier in the restaurant who's leading the wine pairings with each course. So it's really a great evening experience to try. I highly recommend it on board either of these 2 vessels.
Yeah, I remember when Silvio was doing a presentation about Costa. I'm sure we'll have him back here again soon. He was talking about all these food experiences, and we were just drooling because it sounded so amazing.
Yeah, and one of the shows I found really interesting, it was on both ships, is for those of you who have ever seen The Voice, which I have very little voice right now, but there is a very popular show that is on NBC called The Voice, where it's singing unknown contestants competing for an opportunity to get a record deal somewhere. So there's no record deal being offered on board the Costa Smeralda or the Costa Toscana, but there is some amazing talent that steps up and sings, and they have the chairs that spin around, and I mean, it's in the judges, and the audience becomes the ultimate judge. So if you have that hidden talent, you are a karaoke superstar, this is your opportunity. Get on that ship and participate in The Voice.
So it's for the guests.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah, lots of fun.
So here's the slide for you guys. If you want to take a picture, a screenshot for your future reference, what differentiates the company? It is definitely an Italian style cruising. You can see it through their food options, through even the names of the ships, the design, the style of the cabins. It makes the clientele very international. 25-30% bookings are Italians. Then we have French guests, German, Spanish. So it's a very diverse crowd. As Steve mentioned, incredible food options, including the Michelin star chefs, restaurants, very casual atmosphere, very informal, lots of parties and entertainment going on. And their cruises go between 3 and 27 nights in a lot of different destinations. And as Steve mentioned, they have incredible cruises in the Persian Gulf out of Dubai, and you will see that they are available starting January, February, March, with their stops in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And those itineraries are truly unique, and not that many companies really go to that area.
And their newest ship, the Toscana, is the one
Yeah.
operating in Dubai, out of Dubai or Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. So don't miss your chance. I want to show you a quick video about Costa and what it is like to, oh, sorry, this one, to cruise with this company.
Now do what you do, get loud, go ahead, get loose, get down to business, tell everyone, nothing's off limits, you can have anything you want. Anything you want. Tell everyone, you can have anything you want.
Like fun. So if you haven't cruised with Costa just yet, definitely look at their itineraries and their incredible ships. All right, next brand that I want to talk about is Holland America line. Please let me know if you have cruised on Holland. Please let me know if you have a cruise booked or you're planning to cruise on Holland. I want to see you guys that we are really digging into all these companies. Now, Holland America line is a part of Carnival Corporation. This brand has its headquarters in Seattle, Washington, and we actually have our very own Holland America expert because Sally, our PR director, used to work for Holland for 11 years, if I'm not mistaken. You're off. Now you're on.
I said almost 17 years, actually.
17 years. 17 years. So this company started in the Netherlands, in Rotterdam, and this is very, very interesting. Listen to this. Between 1873 and 1989, it operated as a Dutch shipping line, and it was heavily involved into taking people and immigrants as well, and just regular travelers between the Netherlands and New York. So this is so interesting for me. Are you saying something? Sorry. So currently this company has 11 ships, and their newest one is MS Rotterdam. And in the summer, half of the fleet is in Alaska. And what Sally told me, which I have in the next slide, Holland America has been cruising to Alaska longer than Alaska was a state. So they're very proud. They're #1 company in that region. But they, of course, have their itineraries in Europe, in Canada, New England, in the Caribbean, doing all these interesting destinations. So what is different about this company? It is one of the oldest cruise lines in the world. It is about to celebrate 150th anniversary this year. And it puts itself in the category of premium and high quality cruise line. So if you go on a Holland ship, you will not see water slides. You will not see bumper cars, right? It is more elevated experience, very relaxed, very casual, but definitely a very different vibe compared to, let's say, Carnival or Costa, right? They have mid-sized ships, so smaller ships between 14 and 2,600 guests, and it is very, very elegant. I actually worked for one contract, 5 months, on board MS Amsterdam, and you just feel this relaxed, much slower vibe on the ship, which a lot of you guys definitely will love. It attracts people with families who want to immerse themselves in the destinations. So they have created a lot of lectures. They do have an expert on board who will tell you about glaciers if you go to Alaska, or European cities if you're in Europe. So they have a lot of educational entertainment on board. Definitely culinary experiences are amazing, and their live music in their bars and restaurants is top notch. Holland America does cruises between 7 days and 128 days. This is one of the brands where you will see very, very unusual itineraries. Let's say a cruise that goes all around South America, or a cruise that does a world tour. So very unusual and interesting destinations are visited by this ship. And as I said, it is one of the oldest companies it is the oldest company that sailed in Alaska, and definitely the #1 company that has ships there. Steve, you have something to add about Holland?
Sure, I can just give a couple of my experiences on Holland, that are unique. So dining has really evolved over the years in cruising, but traditional dining is there's a main seating dining, typically around 6 o'clock in the evening, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening. Breakfast and lunch, not so much, 2 settings, but and then the late or second seating is typically around 8 or 8:30 in the evening. And they do have a specialty restaurant. They don't have multiple specialty restaurants like some of the big, massive, Oasis class, the World Europa class, Meraviglia class type vessels with MSC. But when the dining time is, they have these. They're an all Indonesian crew on board Holland America for all their vessels, and they walk around with these bells or these tones, and just very subtle. Everybody on the ship will know that it's time to go in to eat in the dining room. Their dining rooms are very grandeur, magnificent, sweeping staircases, fresh flowers on all the tables, cut butter. It's not wrapped in little foil. Maybe COVID protocols have changed that. I haven't been on since, but that was a big differentiation of you're not unwrapping this thing and scraping your butter off the piece of foil. It's done in nice flowers and sitting in the table. Memorable about Alaska, and Holland is definitely one of the leaders in Alaska, but imagine yourself sitting out on the top deck. It's sunny, probably need a light jacket, and you're passing some floating broken up ice. You may be a pod of orcas or porpoise coming by, and they have historians that are up on the bridge, and they're speaking, and they're seeing what you're seeing, and then they start talking about the wildlife that maybe you don't know that there's some wildlife on the hill, a pack of bears that you may see, or a pod of the porpoise. And it's just an amazing way to learn and see with your own eyes, and an expert in the area that can tell you about some of the history and about what you're seeing. So I could go on and on. There's just so many great things about each brand out there, but in Alaska, Holland should be one of the considerations for sure.
Absolutely. I just saw someone's comment that they're going on a Holland America ship to Antarctics, which is extremely exciting. Maybe we'll have our inCruise members who go on that cruise to share their experience with us next time. Just wanted to show you guys a short video, again, not this one, about Holland America in Alaska.
Only Holland America Line has the expertise to take you farther, get you closer, and give you those once-in-a-lifetime moments. We are Alaska. We are Holland America Line. To all of you who want go-karts, laser tag, and water slides, may we suggest another cruise line? To all of you explorers looking to discover. To all of you foodies looking to indulge. To all you music lovers looking to be moved. May we suggest your next cruise? We're Holland America Line. We're not for everybody, but we might be perfect for you.
I love this ad. We may not be for everybody, but we might be just perfect for you. I love it. So great. Okay, moving on. And the next section, I want to talk about luxury brands. Now, I was thinking how to explain what a luxury cruise line brand is. And the best way for me is to think about a luxury 5-star boutique hotel, not a big, resort with a lot of things to do, but very small, very intimate, very nice, beautiful boutique hotel. That is how I would see the luxury brands that I'm going to talk about in a second. Also, you can compare flying coach or flying first class. That's what all the luxury brands are about. And the first one I want to mention is Oceania Cruises. I'm going to go quickly through them and show you videos so you guys kind of get the vibe, but I definitely recommend you to look into the itineraries, to look into those ships, because it is a very, very different, luxurious cruising experience. Now, Oceania Cruise Line was founded in 2002. It is relatively young company. It is now based in Miami, Florida, and it has 6 ships that cruises worldwide. They have typical cruises between 10 and 14 days, but again, luxury brands and Oceania as well do a lot of very unusual and intriguing itineraries. So they can do a 30-day cruise, a 50-day cruise around Australia, or a 60-day cruise around South America. So definitely, if you want to try something different, one of these luxury brands in Oceania, including, would be one for you. So all these ships will be fairly small. Oceania has ships between 684 guests and 1,250 passengers. It has one of the youngest fleets out there, and 85% of accommodation featuring private verandas. So majority of the cabins on the ship will have beautiful verandas, will be suites, and definitely have more space, more room for everybody. Oceania will also have a higher staff to guest ratio. That means that for every 4 guests, you will have a crew member, instead of for every 20 guests, you have a crew member. Typically, it elevates the service on board and the overall experience as well. You will definitely find fine cuisine, beautiful restaurants, world-renowned gourmet chefs, Michelin star chefs, and it gives you this truly, as it's written here, country club, very country club ambience on board these ships. Steve, have you ever cruised on Oceania? You are off. Hold on. Here we go.
I said I have not sailed on Oceania. I've toured one of the ships while it was in port down in Miami. When I think of Oceania, I think about, Carlton Resort. Very similar traits and decor, and lots of, nice big suites and cabins, and excellent food. Great small to medium ship product.
Yeah, we actually have Jeanette, who said, I just did the Oceania Nautica this summer with my family. Jeanette, let us know how you loved it and what was so special about cruising with Oceania. Here we go. You definitely see a different clientele on board these ships. And as you can see, they really concentrate on itineraries, of really feeling the countries that they go to, learning about them, and doing a lot of, I call it hands-on experiences like wine tasting and cooking classes. And it's just amazing. I can't wait to go myself. The next brand I want to mention is Seabourn. Seabourn, actually, I was reading the Condé Nast Traveler magazine. Seabourn was named the #1 small cruise line in the world. So definitely something to explore. This company was founded in 1986 by a private investor, by a single person who just wanted to explore and create a different way of cruising. Their headquarters are in Seattle, Washington, and now they have 5 ships with only 200 to 300 suites. Seabourn is an ultra luxury experience with a casual yet elegant vibe. Again, as Steve said, when you think about these ships, I'm thinking about Ritz-Carlton, I'm thinking about Four Seasons. It's a very elevated, high luxury experience. Now, Seabourn is an all-inclusive company. That means that once you pay for your cruise, everything will be included. Your tips, your gratuities, your restaurants, your beverage package, your excursion, everything will be included in the price. They have very high space per guest ratios, meaning that more footage per guest, and they have a very high crew per guest ratio, so more crew members and less guests. That gives you a better experience because you feel like you know everybody on the ship. You know your waiter, you know your maitre d', you know your even captain comes to you, and you get to have one-on-one personal conversations. So it is definitely something that makes these luxury brands very different. Smaller ships will always have more opportunities to visit more unusual and interesting ports instead of bigger ships that cannot get there. Most of the cabins are oceanfront suites. All the cabins on this ship have walk-in closets, so it really gives you this experience like you're staying in a 5-star hotel. Now, what is very special about Seabourn, that it has 2 ultra-luxe expedition ships. Seabourn Venture will come in 2022, and Seabourn Pursuit will come in 2023. Now, let me tell you, these ships will have a helipad where you can take a helicopter for an excursion, and they will have 2 submarines. 2 submarines that you can use for your excursions. You can go to Antarctica and you can take a submarine to see under the water part of the glaciers. So the itineraries that these ships have and experience that you can have while you're cruising are mind-blowing. I can't wait to go on Seabourn. Steve, any comments here?
Well, Seabourn Venture is actually it's launched. It's been delivered, and so Seabourn.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. It's 2022.
Yeah, their first entry into expedition cruising, which is becoming very, very popular. Again, I haven't sailed Seabourn. I've been on board one of their ships several years ago, but it's like your own yacht, right? It's like having a yacht. The passenger count is under 200, or right around 200 people on board the vessel. So it's definitely a small ship experience with ultra luxury. You pay for it. It's not going to be a bargain clearance type cruise, but it's going to be an experience that you will never, ever forget.
Let me show you a video that explains everything.
This is your moment. This is where it all comes together. All those years of waking to the sunrise and burning the midnight oil, the struggles that led to successes, and successes that led you to this moment, that feed your hunger to live the largest possible life. This is that moment.
I love this video. It's so simple, so just relaxing and so slow. And then you have a submarine where you can go see the reefs and everything. Oh, so excited. And the last cruise line I want to mention today is Regent Seven Seas. Now, Regent Seven Seas was originally known as Redison. A lot of you must have heard about the hotel chain Redison. So it is a luxury cruise line, ultra luxe experience, and they call themselves the world's most luxurious cruise line, which is very fair for what they offer. They started their operations in 1992, and since 2014 have been owned by Norwegian Cruise Line. At this time, Regent has 5 ships sailing to over 450 destinations around the world. And at the end of 2023, Regent will have a new ship, Seven Seas Grandeur. It's a truly elevated, one of the most luxurious cruise line experiences that you can have. And as I said about Seabourn, it is an all-inclusive, all-included company. So once you get on board, your luxury experience, everything is included. You have your free shore excursions, you have your free Wi-Fi, you have beverage package, including some of the finest spirits and champagnes that you can imagine. You just call your butler and they bring you Moët Chandon. They have free transfers between the airport or your hotel to the ship, free prepaid gratuities. Every room has their own personal butler. You will have only between 450 and 800 guests on ship. All the rooms are suites. 98% have massive balconies. And they have the highest space to guest ratio in the industry. So you will never feel like it's too crowded on board the ship. It's a very, very beautiful, elevated experience. And the sailing age is 18 plus, so you will not have, really wouldn't have any families or kids on board. Steve, any words about Regent?
Yes, I had the great fortune to sail through an incentive on the
So jealous.
Seven Seas Mariner up in Alaska, and this was in the summer of 2019. All suite accommodations. I mean, I guess. By the way, you know, you're proud to tell everybody that I'm sailing with Katy Perry and my wife. So on the Regent Mariner, I sailed with Shakira and my wife. She happened to be on board. You know, enjoying her own vacation. She wasn't a godmother or anything like that. Having any business on board the ship.
All these beautiful women want to sail with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish it were that way. Anyway, it's like the main dining room is as good, if not better. Nobody would needed to eat in the specialty dining unless you wanted a more kind of intimate experience. But the food and service product is just top notch. You know, fantastic. The curated shore excursions that they do that are all included. We're not just like a walking tour that, you know, has a low cost component to it. It's, you know, everything from going out on the wildlife excursions to helicoptering up to the glacier. I mean, all of this is included in the package. I mean, it comes with a price, but like most things in this world, you get what you pay for. And I would say Regent is the pinnacle of luxury cruising by far.
Absolutely. Somebody wrote, Regent is so expensive. Yes, they definitely have a very different price point, but as Steve said, it is truly a once in a lifetime experience and everything is included and everything is just top notch. It's absolutely incredible. So maybe if you have a honeymoon or something very special to celebrate, Regent can be a cruise that you want to take. Absolutely stunning. They don't even need to show anything else. Just the ships themselves are incredibly beautiful. As you can see, the level of design, the attention to details, everything there is very, very high level. Now, guys, I just wanted to share something very important with you. And I want you to open your calendars and put a note, because as you all already know, starting Monday, we are adding one more cruise line that you all have been waiting for so long. And I just wanted to keep it as a secret, but we will have Virgin Voyagers becoming a part of inCruises family, one of our partners, starting Monday. I know all of you are so thrilled, and I have not prepared any information. I'm not going to show you any videos, because we will actually have a representative of Virgin Voyages presenting at our next Insider Advantage. I am so excited about this, because we will have one of Virgin Voyager's first mates, as they call it. They're all first mates here with us at inCruises platform, telling you everything and showing you everything about Virgin Voyagers. So put a note in your calendar. This is something you don't want to miss. She will be here with us. Her name is Julia Glick, and she will be here with us on October 26th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So I want you to be here. I want to bring all your friends, all the members, all your family. Bring your kids, bring your grandparents, bring your uncle and aunts who have never heard about Virgin. But we will her here presenting, and she will tell us everything about the ships. They have unbelievable restaurants on board. Their entertainment is spectacular. All the destinations that they go to, their private resorts, their special promotions, what we will have with Virgin. So I want everybody to be here because we are so thrilled to have them on board, to be in with inCruises.
$18 and over only on Virgin Voyages.
Don't bring your kids.
Exactly.
Bring your grandparents.
Bring your adult kids.
Steve, should we do a couple of Q&As, a few questions here and there? I know we're running out of time. but there are just few things that maybe we want to.
I saw some comments in the chat box about flexibility in booking and more cabins. So it's important to understand, since membership 2.0, we have not limited the number of cabins. We are only limited by the cabins that the ship has. Ships do sell out. It's not nearly as common post-COVID as it was pre-COVID. But inCruises is not limiting the availability of cabins out there. That's done by the cruise lines, if at all. And flexibility. I mean, when we launch on Monday, I assume this means, can you book inside of 90 days? But when we launch on Monday, it will be a 75-day window. Trying not to, that's because we were down for 15 days. And that is going to be through the end of October, and we will take a decision then whether we will keep it there or move it back to the 90 days the lead time. I also saw questions about Disney. We want to have Disney as much as you want us to have Disney. Disney's obviously a very well-known brand. It's one of the more expensive cruises that you could possibly choose doing the Caribbean or Alaska, or even in Europe. However, people who love Disney want nothing else. And it's a technical issue with Disney. They don't have a lot of people that connect to that brand like we need to, that we require at inCruises. So when that connectivity becomes available, we will bring Disney on board for sure.
I also saw some questions about Asia cruises. Now, we talked about some destinations in the previous webinar, and I actually want to host another one where we can discuss more cruise destinations such as Alaska, Asia, South America, but we'll have to do it next time. But speaking of Asia, there are a lot of questions about Japan and Singapore. Steve, any news from the industry about that area?
Right. Well, there was meant to be in 2022 into late 22 into 23. There's much inventory deployed over to Asia, but as those who live in Asia probably know, Asia has still, kind of been behind the rest of the world in lifting restrictions for the cruise lines to operate. And so we do see that more inventory is being deployed and announced for late 23 into 24. Yes, Singapore, there used to, be several voyages going from calling on Singapore, but also originating Royal Caribbean was one of them, originating in Singapore. And I think as we see those restrictions lift, the cruise lines would be happy and they want to deploy inventory into Asia. It's really about where they can operate. Maybe there's one port. It doesn't do any good if there's just one port you can call on in a 7-night cruise or a 5-night cruise. They need to have accessibility to multiple ports to make the cruise rotations work. So I think it's a matter of time. It's until these restrictions get lifted. And about Royal Caribbean, yes, we all want Royal Caribbean. I do communicate with Royal Caribbean on a periodic basis, and we never give up. Right? It's one of the things that we're resilient in inCruise. That's our culture. That's our family, and we won't give up on bringing Royal Caribbean back. I don't have a date. I can tell you, I don't have a connectivity issue with them at all. It's more about our commercial terms and our relationship, and we'll continue to try and build that. We just, we don't take no for an answer.
We will have them sooner or later. We will have them. And the very, very last thing, a lot of you are asking about these presentations in different languages and the links for the videos. Please get in touch with your partners or with the territory directors. We have these presentations in different languages, so they will send them here in the chat. I see that, so you can definitely download them and use them. And about the videos, all of these videos are from YouTube. I highly encourage you to follow all these cruise lines on their YouTube channels, and all these videos and even more are there. I just had to choose some shorter versions, but you can watch. Some of them have incredible channels where they talk about their ships, different destinations. And I will try to share as much as I can, but definitely you can find all of them online, all of them and more online. All right. So thank you everybody so much. The sun has risen here. I'm trying to escape so you can see me. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We are very grateful that you guys are with us, that you are waiting for Monday to come when we are back into booking. If you have any questions, let us know. We try to respond to everything as much as possible, and have a wonderful weekend. Steve?
So before we close, Dante, I just want to address one thing. Hutch, I was discussing with Hutch yesterday, the launch on Monday, and he said the number one question he's getting, from our partners in the field is like, what's the new cruise engine look like? And I will tell you, it's all back end change, right? So we're not going through this third party of hotel beds any longer for cruise content. We go directly to the cruise line, but what you search, the type of the way the results appear, the promotions, the pricing options that you have, none of that's changing. It's the same navigation through that booking flow and that booking process. So the cruise engine is the same that you've enjoyed before. Nothing's changing there. It's just the back end, and Virgin will now appear in any of the searches in Europe and Caribbean that include a Virgin voyage itinerary. So anyway, thanks for joining this special edition. We look forward to seeing you just in a couple weeks. We have our Virgin Voyages representative on board. On board the webinar with us, and she will refer to all of our inCruise members as sailors. We're not passengers, we're sailors. Can't wait to be a sailor on Virgin.
Very exciting. All right, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Bye for now.
Bye.